Cool. It's good to have you with us. For those of you who have just joined us, it's week 8 of our Limiting Belief series, and we're doing the echoes of our life. And so I want to talk to you a little bit about tonight, and as we go into the topic tonight, I'm going to hand you out a sheet of paper. So Becca and Jordan and Chloe, could you just tear one piece of paper off and give it to everyone in the room? So you're going to get a piece of paper. I'm going to show you what to do with it. Tonight we're only going to communicate in one way, and that's by using this piece of paper. So this is a really cool thing. I love doing it. I frustrated the team today with using this sheet of paper, which was awesome. I love doing that. It's a good challenge. So, how many of you have heard that saying, "Sticks and stones break my bones, but names will never hurt me"? Well, we got some sticks, thank you, Jason, and some stones here, and we're going to see if we can prove it. Oh yeah, cool. That'll work. Yeah, okay. Okay, no, that's cool. What I want you to do is, once you've got your piece of paper, hang on to those for me. The issue about sticks and stones and names will never hurt me is actually that little saying was invented or made up, whatever, in 1862. That's how far back it was first penned by a mob back in the day in 1862. That's how long that saying has been around. The difficulty about that saying is it's actually not that true. Names, there's another little saying here that says this. I like Beatrice, the biologist. She had a great way of saying that. So if you don't know, Beatrice is famous. Beatrice, the biologist. She had a great way of saying this. She said, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will infect my mind." I just love that. I love that because that's actually probably more the truth about it, is that words that are said to us, a simplest thing. Are we good? Everyone's got their little piece of paper? No? Everyone? We're just pausing for a moment while everyone gets their sheet of paper. This is, this piece of paper you can use as a communication tool in your family, at work, at school, everywhere you go. This is the most effective piece of paper you're ever going to have. It will communicate so well with other people that they will not hear you. That means that they'll hear you every single time. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your sheet of paper and I want you just to kind of roll it up. A bit like, but nice and gently, right? Nice and gently, like you're forming a little circular tubey thing, right?
You're making a telescope.
No, like you're making a telescope, right? And then I just want you to let one end relax out a little bit, you know. So, do you know what I'm doing to it? I'm making a cone. So you've got to make it look conage. And I don't mean that kind of cone. I mean a special communication cone. Right, so you hold one end, you flare the other end out. So you just hold one end like that and you just turn the other end out. And the way we're going to communicate tonight is by using your cone. Alright, so if you talk to me, Tyler. Right? Now this communication tool, can you not do it? I know, it's very tricky.
Can you not?
Curling paper. And there is sticky tape to hold your cone in place.
I got the Olympic torch.
That's
what I was looking for.
Yeah, right. So that's it, Ben. Communicate to me. Tyler, I'd like some communication from you at the back, please.
I have the Olympic torch.
No, that's not working.
Hello.
Oh, hello. She's got a pirate thing going on there. What do you call that? A little bit of a telescope, isn't it? Yeah, right. Righto, Lizzie, talk to me, communicate with me. So, at home, someone talk to me. Yeah, Miranda, talk to me. Nice. Casey, how you doing down there? You doing good? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Olivia, I can hear you. Now, if you're ever at home, right? Now, Bridge Builders is a really cool place. We teach you how to communicate. If you're at home and your brothers or your sisters, your mum or your dad, if you ever say to them, you just don't understand, you're not listening to me, go to your room and create this communication tool, because it is guaranteed that they will hear you as soon as you start to communicate with this. I hate you! They will really hear that, you know. I love you! So, talk to me, Josh. Try to talk to you.
I'm going to turn you asleep.
Do you know what, Kate? You just communicated really well with me because I heard you totally. All right?
So, can't hear what you're saying.
Kyle, yours is a little bit high pitched. I think you need a little, take the end out. We just deafened our camera woman. All right, so communicate with me, Dan Flynn. We are going to do the whole asset with cone communication.
Are you sure?
Oh, do you know how clear I just heard you? Now, everybody hold it up. I want you to give me your best orc sound, right? You know what orc is? You know, you sound like a retarded kind of... Come on, everybody. Yeah, that's it. Go on, communication. Yeah, like that. Come on, give it to me. Come on. I want to hear it. Yeah, two guys.
I wasn't happy with
That was going Chewbacca, not an orc.
It's nice. The paper gets a bit nasty in the end, but you know, whatever. They're nice. So, don't say I don't ever help you to communicate, right? This is what you do. You can put it on your head too if you're feeling a little bit stupid. You know? No? You got to do it the other way.
What happens if you go the other way?
Nobody will hear you. It'll
You sound
suffocate
like a
you.
bogan.
All right. So, just quickly. So, if you haven't someone help that girl with their cone, so to speak. No, nice party hat going on there, Joe's good. So the challenge is this, guys.
Bunions.
All of us communicate in different ways, in different levels, at different times. The reality is that sticks and stones, while they may break your bones, words do infect you. And they do infect your mind. And when we allow those words in our mind to sort of drop down into our heart, they become our limiting belief. Something that we feel like we just can't get past. What I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce to you a good friend of mine. And she's going to come up here and we're going to have a little chat for a second. So Mary, would you come up the front, please? Mary, to the front.
Oh, damn.
Mary, come up the front, please. Everybody.
I'm still focusing on my funnel.
Have a seat there, Mary.
Go, Mary. It's your birthday.
He's engineering it, Paul. It's good, man. It's good. You know, he's really engineering. It's just simple. That's funny.
Do you want a waffle cone with that ice cream?
No. So here's the challenge, right? For us, we think that names or words don't affect us. And what I've done is last week I've asked Mary to think back over her, no offence, how old are you, Mary?
57.
So Mary is 57 years old, right? And I've asked Mary to think back about some significant moments in her life. I've given her certain ages, and we had a bit of fun doing this, of how things were said to her. Mary, there you go, you've got a man going to help you with your cone.
Sorry, he had to help me too.
It's good. Paul is the cone maker, so
Is
that's
this
going to
something
be...
they should
excuse
teach
me,
in
what?
primary school how to
This
make?
is not perfection.
You've got that class, yeah.
Crime. Oh,
So the words we're saying right now are infecting people, you know, just... I miss cone making, yeah. So, the challenge for us, guys, is that these words that are said to us... This is not distracting at all. Do infect our mind, and they stay in our mind, and something as simple as one word, one phrase, can just send us on a pathway that we never thought we'd end up on. And as those things are reinforced, for example, when I was at school, I kind of mucked around in class a bit because there was a whole lot of crap going on at home. So I mucked around in class, and I remember the teacher saying to me, "You, Phil Stenhouse, are an idiot." That was in like year 7. And I remember this maths teacher. She no longer lives. You know, so the challenge for her is that she said to me, "Phil Stenhouse, you're an idiot." And so from that moment, and because I was in the class with about 25 other students, I thought that was so humiliating and so embarrassing because I just didn't know the maths equation. She didn't take the time to educate me. She took the time just to shame me. And so from that point, I left that classroom. And then I used to do, I don't know what they call it now, it used to be called remedial class. They might call it special class or...
Dumb class. It's alright, I was in it, it's okay.
Just make me relive it. I got over my tit. So, it was that class that these young people go to that were probably distracted in class and didn't quite get how to learn the same way as half the other guys. And so that set me on a course to feel like I hated school. I wasn't intelligent enough to learn. So it wasn't long before I left that school and had a real challenge with my education. So what we've done is I've asked Mary to come and have a chat with us. Right. Hi, Mary.
Hello.
Now, Mary, tell me something like when you were 14. Do you remember back when you were 14 years old and some stuff that happened to you at school or at home that made you feel unusual and you still remember it today?
From 14, could I do it younger? From primary school to, from primary
If you can remember back that far.
I do. I only been a little bit. At primary school, I was picked on at school. I had this certain girl just constantly having a go at me, so I just tried to avoid her. Then when I went to high school, it still stayed with me. I got me in my bag. They used to put bricks in it. They put tomato in the bag. They turned my stove up to make me biscuits go hard.
Tell me that one, Mary, the biscuit story. Tell us that one,
Oh, God, that was disastrous. Yeah, they just put them up high and I took them home to my dad and nearly broke his teeth.
Because they burnt them,
No, they went Rockby Yard. Or Rocky Road or something, Rocky something.
They're called Rocky Road.
And whatever, and then they worked really hard and
Nice.
yeah. And they were terrible. When they did the tomato, I was really quite angry, and I went up to the principal after that. And they used to. When I first started school, they used to rip me stockings off. And I also remember my mum could never afford a uniform. She had to buy the material, and it was cheaper for her to buy the material. And my cousin used to make it. And then when my mum got a bit of money, she got me a winter uniform. I never had a jumper till she got a bit of money, and I never had a blazer because it was really cold in the winter. And the girls and the boys they made up this song called Second Hand Girl, and that was me. And
So they used to sing this song to you, Second Hand Girl.
yeah, and I'd come out of the class, out of the sewing room, because that's where all the second-hand clothes were, and yeah, they made up this song. It was really quite sad and upsetting, and I stayed at school till I was year 9 and couldn't do it anymore. And I was the oldest, and that was the hardest thing for me, to be the oldest out of the whole class. And I also was in a special class where I had to do an English class. And then one day I didn't want to go, so I stayed in my class and had to come and get me. And that was embarrassing, but I always remember the teacher telling me when I left school that, keep up your reading, Mary, because it'll do you well. So I did try to do year 9, and I stayed there for about 3 weeks. And couldn't do it anymore. I just couldn't handle it. I was the oldest. I found it really hard. And I went home and I said to Mum, I'm done, Mum. I can't go on. I'm the oldest, and the only reason they were putting me up because of, not because of my damn work, I reckon it was my age or something, I think. So I just thought, I'm done. I said to Mum, I'm done. And then my brother worked at Johnson's, and I started there.
How long were you at Johnson's?
About 11 years.
All the way through your life, Mary, have you felt like you've never had enough to share with anybody, that you were not of value?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. I even got picked on at Johnson's, and I had enough of these damn ladies, because when I started, I worked at these carousel where you take the cups off, and then I wanted to get transferred up to the decorating department, and I worked up there, and then when they ran out of work, they put me down near the carousel where they glaze the plates and that. And the women down there, oh God, So I thought I took a month off. That was in June. But prior to that, I got robbed 3 times.
Is that 3 times, Mary, you got robbed
Robbed.
in the same month, or what?
No, April, May, and June.
Okay. At work or at home?
Home.
Okay.
First one was on my sister's birthday, and then I got robbed less than a month after that. And they even had a little feast at my home, and I had,
They help themselves to your food?
Yeah, they did. I
Okay.
did shopping, and then I took a month off and I spent it with my mum because I thought if something happens to my mum, you know, I haven't spent that time with her, and I thought I can live. You know, if I've had that month off with my mum, I can, you know, it'll always be in my memories that I did that and spent it. And I got robbed again on, and I went back to work and I passed out because I couldn't cope with it, you know, with being robbed and everything. I wouldn't even walk into the house. I met Craig at work at that time and I couldn't walk into the house. I had to walk in the house.
So a whole lot of fear going on there?
Yes.
Yeah. So Mary, how long have you been with Bridge Builders now?
We did 7 years.
Is that about right? Would that be right,
Yeah.
Stephen? Yeah? Yeah. So Mary's been with us for about 7 years. And there's one thing that I've heard from Mary the whole way through the 7 years. And what's that, Mary?
And not value.
Mary feels like that even being in this environment, that she's never had enough in herself to actually contribute to anybody else's life. And yet she's been here for 7 years. She's been around, and every time. So now I punch her in the face every time she says that. You know, don't I, Mary?
Yeah, I had to hold his hand the other day.
It sounds better when I say punch in the face. You know?
No,
I had to hold my hand the other day.
Yeah, I did.
Because I see in this lady, and those of you who have experienced Mary's generosity, Mary will be out shopping and she'll see a recipe on the back of a packet of like some sauce that you buy, and she thinks to herself, I know, Phil would like that. And she will do that. Like, she was at home today, and now there's been a light out in the girls' toilet. And she was at home over the weekend, and she found these 2 globes, and she goes, I know what I'll do with those globes. I'll take them into Bridge Builders, and so the girls can have light in their toilet. And so this girl has gone 57 years feeling like that she's got nothing to share, of no value. Now, 2 years ago, you went to our girls' retreat.
I did.
How was that for you?
Scary.
Right?
I think because I didn't have the tools and I didn't know what I was experiencing. Yeah, and I got a bit emotional over the 4 days there. It actually hit me, and I felt like I wanted to hold all these girls and I couldn't. And yeah, and it took me months, and it took me weeks to get over it because I just couldn't help these girls. But,
So all the way through your life, Mary,
yeah.
this age of young women have bagged you, have stirred you, have affected your biscuits, have ripped your clothes off at school, all that amazing stuff, and you just still love them even in the girls' retreat. You go along and you see the girls of the same age that used to tease you, and you just want to love on them.
I certainly do.
How did you go this year at the girls' retreat?
I loved it.
Why?
Well, we've had the, you know, like I was got some tools to know what to experience, what will, what's going to be out there. I think the girls were a lot different this year than last year. We had a lot of girls that we had to challenge, where we didn't have many to challenge, I feel. And a lot of them able to solve their own problems. And we only had a bunch of rowdy ones, won't mention any names. But that's about it. They were just fun. I felt really accepted by these girls, even on the reunion night. And I brought a girl along tonight, so I'm really happy to have her along. And I'm hoping that she'll keep coming every week, because I'm happy to go over to get her. She lives over at Rowville, so I'm happy to go and get her too.
So you go from Mount Evelyn, you drive over to Rowville
Yes,
to get this girl, to bring her back here.
because I think she's valued.
Oh, So you're not a very special person at all. So last week Mary says to me, she's in her small group, and all of us have at times these feelings where we're sitting in a particular situation, and sometimes you can just feel like you just don't belong. You're not worthy. There's stuff going through your own mind. You've got nothing to give, nothing to share. Why am I even here? Nobody really cares. Nobody really likes me. So she came to me last week, or somebody mentioned actually, that she was sitting out on the stairs. 57. She's sitting out on the stairs here, and one of the girls said to her, "What's wrong?" She says, "Nothing," like we all do. Then she came to see me, and I said, "What's going on?" And she said, "I just feel like I can't be like Chloe, or I can't be like Taylor, and I can't be," and all the girls love them because they're so young and vibrant and all that sort of stuff and so amazing. And I just reminded Mary, she doesn't have to be them. Her limiting belief believes that she has to be like somebody else in order to get acceptance and value and love and feel like she fits in. Does Mary have to be Mary?
Yes.
You have to communicate with your cones at this point. Mary is one of the most wonderful Aussie mums that I've ever seen. She is a solid individual, and even though she battles her limiting beliefs about what abilities she has, skills she has, talent she has, things that were said to her have infected her mind 57 years. They just echo through decades. Now you think you guys are struggling with stuff in your own mind, the way that you see yourself, the way that you fit in, the way that you get rejected, the way that you're challenged at home, at school, at work, wherever it is. Your limiting belief says you're never going to be any good, nobody's ever going to like you, you're never going to be much more than what you are right now. I need to encourage you. It is a lie. It is an infection that's in your mind. The way you deal with infection is you need an antibiotic. You need something that's going to deal with that infection. And the only way to deal with that is to capture it. Is to actually grab hold of that thought and say, you know what? That's not what I'm going to believe about my life any longer. That's not what I'm going to believe. I'm a nice person. I'm a good person. So much so that 57 years later, she's reaching out to a young girl to bring her from Rowville to here in order for her to experience stuff. She went to the girls' retreat, and all she wanted to do was just love these girls. Mary, you don't have to be anyone, honey, but you, because you are just frigging amazing for who you are. And I want you to take your cones and say, Mary, you're awesome.
Say Mary.
Thank you, everybody.
So guys, give her a clap. You can stay there. So seriously, if you're feeling like your mind, I don't know about you, throughout my day, my mind is pretty full of work and everything else, and phone calls and conversations and everything. It's when I get home and I lay down in my bed, and then the day begins to roll through my brain, and at that moment, sometimes I can feel like, oh, did I say that? Did I do that? Was that awkward? Was that all right? Did I fit in here? Did I not do that? And your own mind begins to play havoc. Your own limiting beliefs begins to play havoc with who you are as an individual. I want to encourage you. If you're sitting beside someone, that your mates, and that they have a limiting belief about something, you have permission, not tonight, but at any point, to roll up a piece of paper, make it a cone, and you can turn it towards them and say, "You're amazing!" in that person's ear when they start to tell you that they're not. So turn to the person now next to you and yell in their ear. So I want to encourage you. All right, back to me. Back to me. That's a portable cone. Yeah, I like yours. That's nice. So, back to intimacy. Yeah, intimacy. For you guys that are watching this on video, I want to encourage you too that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, no matter what your family environment, no matter what your schooling, no matter whatever else is going on in your world, your own limiting belief will stop you from reaching your full potential. Remember, take that cone of paper and just tell yourself that's not how it is. So, guys, as we go into small groups tonight, I want